Hello traders, welcome to the live stream. Is the audio video clear? Let me know. BTC. Good evening, sir. All clear. Okay. BTC, you can see it's been trading in an upward channel pattern. And then if I look at Ethereum, here we can say this is a cup also, and this is the handle. Or we can say market formed a left shoulder, it formed a head, and now it formed a right shoulder. Length of the head will be the target towards the upside. So it is showing some momentum. So towards the upside, let's say if market is moving as per this, how far can the market go? Here it's close to 145 points, and market after reaching the zone, it's given 50 points. Another 4,500 up to that zone movement also is possible. Here, considering this area previous swing as resistance, many people wouldn't have entered the market. So we'll factor that in also. And so at this point of time, it is corrected from our resistance, and now it is holding on to the upper level. Here also, one thing what is here is left shoulder head, but right shoulder is bigger than the left shoulder. This is actually wrong head and shoulder pattern. Right shoulder should always be smaller than the left shoulder. Okay, so that is what has been happening in the market so far. We will look into it in the comment section. Let me know. Holding Ethereum for 4610, so crude possible to break 5,000. Holding Ethereum 4610. You have holding Ethereum for 4610. We'll look into liquidation. We will look into all the other details also. Then we will decide. Dow Jones flat, S&P 500, Nasdaq still we need to get the data. BTC 1,13,873. 1,13,873 will be somewhere near this resistance zone. Right, this is the upper level for BTC. Support market has come. It's trading in a channel pattern. If it corrects, fine, but it might reach up to this area also. Now here we will mark the zone and keep, because this is one selling pressure zone. If market is sustaining, then we can kind of consider. Okay. ETH. ETH nowhere. Liquidity 4514 is sold. Next liquidity zone, that's very less volume, just 11 million, 211, but at the bottom 206. This zone, we will see how market reacts, and we will take the global market data. Positive opening in Nasdaq, S&P 500, slightly positive. As long as market stays below this zone, no need to take bullish trade is my opinion. 280, 290 points. So here, let's say I'll just mark it and keep. I'm not taking trade now, but the zone, if I consider as resistance, little bit trapping can happen. So I'll place one order here. Stop loss is going to be very, very, very small. No big stop losses or anything as such in this trading setup. And we will approach this setup in a very different way, where we will trail the stop loss, not take too much risk. Okay. To the zone. If it sustains above that zone, then no need to take this one. We will change the view to bullish. If it stays below, then we will just quickly we will try to capture the moment. That's it. If it comes, this is quickly reversing. Stop loss I've kept very, very small. You can see just 39 points. Just let's say the zone is important, traders. If market breaks that zone, then it will sustain on top above the zone, but I've got my stop loss lower than that zone only. So here only somewhere I have placed the target zone, because once it comes here, if it achieves that quickly, fine, I'll book off the profit without complicating anything. SN Raj, good evening. Because at bottom some liquidity is there to grab that. $52 is the profit right now. Now here, let's say for our reference point, we put the Fibonacci level. Market is near 0.618. So in this case, I have to, okay, what I will do is, let market move. I'll switch to 1 minute time frame. Here pressure can come, that's why 618 level of Fibonacci, right? So here, will it come? It's kind of coming here. What I will do is I will reduce the stop loss even more. Okay. Now risk is 0 in this trade for me. This zone again, buying pressure can come. That time I'm sure. So by chance, if it goes up to this zone, it will be better for me. Quickly I'll book off the profit. Okay. Now for you, this might look a bit different. There's a selling zone. So from this zone, market can tend to correct, remove some liquidity. Here after filling this, either it can move up or it can move down. That's why I have bought the stop loss to cost to cost. If you have understood that, fine. Here only I should have, I was supposed to close there, but current came exactly there only. See, 618 level, no, that zone can act as support. Zero risk in this trade. I book Let it be here. Went up to 60, 70, $80, but that zone was a bit tricky zone. 618 level is a tricky zone itself. That's why at that zone, too much risk I did not put in the trade. This area, this one, and this zone. These two zone is the pressure zone at the bottom. On top, this is the pressure zone. So now it's between the buying and selling pressure zone. Sir, I mean, can you give me entry? I'm in 5 USD loss. Can you give me entry in gold or any? You're thinking of recovering $5 loss. Don't do that. There is a setup. You look into the setup. No setup means don't enter. For me, risk for the first trade was 0. Here pressure was there, no? So only I made the SL 0. Here only I would have waited and entered. Anyways. Ethereum. We saw the resistance up to this zone market can go. Ideally, this is the possibility for the market, and then it can correct. Later, it can decide upside or downside. What is that? Good news for crypto, bro. Good news? What is the good news? Can you add me to crypto group? See, those of you who has messaged us with the Delta Exchange user ID, we have checked and replied to everyone. Okay, if you have if you are under our referral, then we have already added you to the group. For who's not, we have responded. So you send a WhatsApp message if you have not sent your Delta Exchange user ID. We'll check and see if we can add you to the group. Now these were the levels I had discussed morning. Okay, I had discussed market directly went off above the resistance. Once it goes to resistance, what will happen? Resistance will act as support. Here to take bearish trade, any opportunity is there? No, right? It has directly broken. Then what will happen as long as market stays below the resistance? It is, if market is staying above the resistance, resistance will be act as support. This many times I have told you guys. Okay, and SOL you can see pin to pin exact resistance. Market gave momentum close to $4. Okay, so in SOL this was a good move. Healthy correction, later market pullback. So of course you would have trailed your stop loss and things like that if you have entered at the resistance. Now here, in case any bearish setup, here maybe a small trap you would have got into, because looking at this candle, if you have entered, this was a good setup, and this little bit it would have been tricky. So Ethereum, it was a bit confusing definitely. What traders? BTC is just trading in a range. Why am I not interested in copy trading? I'm not interested, that's it. $62 people watching the live stream. Is there any? US market is on a positive note. This one is just correcting within a range. Indecision here. Here I can try, okay, here with small stop loss I can try bullish trade. But the thing is, the range is very narrow, right? The range has become very narrow, and here we don't have any proper areas. So that's why I'm not entered. So Ethereum, correction, it's given a breakdown, attracting people. Nothing interesting here. And so although support is acting, resistance is acting as support. Here liquidity is close to here. Slowly people are adding up near 211.47. Here 27, 2 points up move, and then 5 points down move. Friday market also is in holiday mood, I feel. Someone has commented that there is good news for crypto. Is it? What is the good news? I'm not sure. Nothing is looking interesting as of now. BTC, little liquidity is there on top. Liquidity is there little bit here and all. If it's holding on to the zone, lower high, lower low, then little bit it can move towards the upside to grab the liquidity, and then movement up to this zone. This here one range bound, support, resistance range, kind of symmetric pattern range within this area. This is kind of range bound situation, symmetric pattern range. you can see the range is becoming narrow and narrow. So in this, either market has to give a breakout or breakdown. This upper level, as long as market breaks little bit, it will be challenging, but risk reward if we enter soon will be low. So here I'll place a buy order here. I've taken the entry and stop loss. Stop loss, and now this long trade, the stop loss to here. Target is far, market can give one pullback also, that is there. It's almost trying to test this level, it's holding on to this level, means next it can break that area. So I've taken this trade. Come on. Come on. It's almost here. It's come up to my stop loss zone only. Anyways, stop loss I've kept below this candle. So in case it hits the stop loss, without thinking too much, I will exit. It has tested this level, so hopefully it will move up. Okay, this is the setup. You can see what is the stop loss I have placed, what is the target I have placed. It's almost 1:3 risk reward for the trade. Anyways, this setup, I'm at cost to cost. Stop loss is here and target is around 600 points. Risk is around 200 points. I've entered because this is a symmetric pattern range. I said market, if it goes above this zone, right? Earlier on I was saying this zone, if it market moves, then it has potential of continuing the uptrend, that previous seller's zone. So it was kind of closing the upper zone. So in case it sustains and then shows continuation, I will be able to capture, or else the small stop loss I will be giving and closing the trade. Range bound market, it is kind of, like this market, let's say it forms a upper zone, lower zone, and it's just trading within that area itself. Means sometimes it is better that we don't plan any entry, just wait for market to give any setup, come near any buying pressure zone, selling pressure zone, and then we can enter. For example, here also, as per my understanding, this upper zone, if it market breaks and sustain, it will continue. Okay, that was the expectation with this candle. In this candle, did it break? It did not break, but it's holding on to the upper level. So many people, what they will do, they'll mark the high and low, they'll leave the market to settle within this range. If it gives a breakout and then followed by one more candle, then they will go, placing a small stop loss. That time it becomes a bit more safer trade for them. See here again, same thing. Stop loss and all I'm giving small itself, but range bound, it's not giving proper closing. Okay, one more trade I will take, but I will wait this time. Okay, this time I will wait, only then I will plan my entry. First trade risk is 0. Second trade around, let's say 4,000 rupees is the risk what I have taken. Now one more trade I have to take. My expectation is consolidation, breakout and market testing this upper zone. That is my expectation, but market is in kind of sideways only. So okay, we will leave the market. We'll just observe now. I'll try to answer any questions you guys have, and then when I see any interesting setup, then I will take. Simply me jumping into the trade also might create some kind of confusion. Anyways, what's my view on Ethereum? Let's say Ethereum is kind of near an important buyer zone here also. Okay, this the zone is important buyer zone. So here from the zone, if it moves, liquidity is there, traders. That's why I want to plan entries. Giving small stop losses is fine, but I want to plan an entry here somewhere within this range. Here I'll keep the level. This green candle, if it holds on this range if it holds on, I'll be taking a trade. Okay, in that case, if it moves up, long trade, if I enter, so the zone stop loss also will be very small and target will be, let it sustain. sustain. I've not entered this trade. Okay, I've marked that and kept. That's the buying pressure zone. Pressure zone. Okay, please, I've taken the buy trade, and for this trade again small stop loss. For me, the market today nicely, it's taking my stop loss only. Entry timing is getting a bit wrong. Anyway, stop loss I placed here. The zone, when market comes, if it sustains, I will take. I said by the time I took the entry, it went off here. That's fine. I've taken this entry. Now for safe traders, what I would say, okay, you don't want to enter, you don't enter. Okay, you just wait for some more time, wait for market. When it is range bound means for you also it will be difficult to plan trades, right? So for me, this is kind of the buying pressure zone. So I know about the setup well. So probability is high. Based on that only I have taken this entry. I'm not taking any random trades. Certain days, if it's not working out, that's fine. But this is kind of buying pressure zone. So I have entered. Okay. Quickly pressure, all those things are coming sideways. Almost near the stop loss. Then market has space to move here, give a breakdown here, and then only 3 setup for me. 1 is cost to cost. For me, it's not working well. This was the buying zone. Here also, if it's coming, then what to do? 1 second. Downside, more liquidity is there in Ethereum. This data though. So 17. This is not loading only. I'm not getting the data here. US market though slightly positive. It's gone below 786 level also here. If that is the case, breakdown. Sensible. Only certain levels are marked now and kept. Let's see. Market is gone. Given a breakdown also. This data I'm not getting. Your liquidity is there, but our main target will be the one which is in yellow. Okay, here volumes are there. No doubt. Like there is not too much volume. We can't say volume is there, but not that much. So ideally, we will target volumes which are in yellow color like this, because that's where more liquidity is there in the market. BTC 1,13,873. To capture the trend, I have to give 2-3 this zone, see, indecision zone. Either see, if I'm in this live, what I can do, I can think, okay, these two are the level. Market is trading in between only. There is no setup for us. We'll just wait. Or we can decide, okay, market has potential to move towards the upside. Here at any breakout setup, anything like that, we will consider a bullish trade, so that this moment we can capture, we can exit at the upper level, and when there is a reversal, that also we can look into. Okay, that kind of opportunity we have. In case we feel, choice number 2 is, in case we feel, okay, here indecision is happening, let market decide where it wants to go. Let it go near the upper level or lower level. Later here we will be looking for, after gap filling or liquidation filling, market will move. That momentum we will capture. We can wait for those zones. Okay, I hope you are understanding what I'm saying. I'll repeat just once. Okay, see, now let's say market is in a range bound, we have two choices. Either we say, okay, market is staying range bound, this is the upper zone, this is the lower zone, here anything let the market do, let's not plan anything, we'll just leave it. And when market comes to the liquidation zone, near that we can look for reversal, or if market moves up, near that we can look for reversal. This will be a kind of safe bet. Or else what we can do, we can be looking for, okay, anywhere buyers can re-enter, that choice is there, means there we can look for reversal setup, or we can look for continuation, like that we can do. But when we do the setup number 2, for us what will happen is we will be able to capture the trend also. At the same time, 2-3 small stop losses also we might have to give. That is what I attempted twice, okay, near the buying zone in this Ethereum, right? Near the buying zone, I wanted to take one entry, but market did not respect. I gave a small stop loss, I closed. So like that, either should I decide, or I have to wait until it clears out all the liquidity and then it decides the trend. That is one confusing thing which is happening in my head right now. To do about it. Liquidity is near 1,12,000. It's there. 1,11,600. 1,11,600 is too far. It will be up to this area. Liquidation zones are too far in the market. Tried one attempt near 618, market moved up. Again pressure from top. Again now this 786 zone is there. In case market goes below that zone, then these levels and all it will try to clear. And it will come to trend line support and things like that. So should I take a bullish trade at this zone? Liquidity is there, but all small liquidity here. This one is 207 is the liquidity. $208. Nothing interesting now. BTCs, though this zone is there as of now. So this one zone, shall I try? I will try. Did I did right. Close to so. Already if I take entry, it's moving down. my entry area. That is fine. In case here, if market is not reversing, then what I will do is I will not complicate things too much. I will not break my head. Small opportunity 2 to 3 I tried. Everywhere market is not sustaining and giving me the entry. So I will wait for the next zone only and I will plan. Ready, it's come off near the stop loss. No traders, I think I'm just going on round and round based on this. I have to go as per the continuation only. But now it's fine. Again, it's coming to support. Not working great for me today. That's fine. That's fine. Kept. Every day 6 o'clock there is pretty good movement in coins. Okay. I have not made any observation. Just let me know from how many days you have checked into this data and things like that. Some of you might feel I've taken 2, 3, 4 random entries and things like that. Not like that. Those areas are buying pressure zones itself. If market would have sustained, it would have been a good move. But I feel little bit before the breakout I'm entering, like that early on I'm entering means there things are messing up a bit for me. That's fine. I will not blame the market or anything as such. It is just that for me today market is not giving profit. That's it. This is the zone. BTC is near this trend line support. Continuously. If it's falling, then liquidity is here. It's going for the downward liquidity. It's up to 1,11,600. 1,11,600. Trend line support also is there. I'll wait for 5 minutes. What this market does, I will see. In case I'm getting an entry, I will take. Maybe that will be my last trade for the day. I'll off the camera for 2 minutes, okay? I'm observing the chart itself. Yes, between 3 a.m. and 6 p.m. the market flow is disturbed. Happens on most days. Ethereum will come down up to 4377. 4377. The support zone is there. Almost it's come there only. respecting. Yes, sir. Ethereum 4377. I think it has already come here. It might break here and then kind of show correction. It can also give a breakdown and later recover. That is there. Just give me a second, traders. I'll be back. This is something which I initially judged but wrong entry I took here. That one thing, if I'd have avoided, or my first trade would have been a correct one. Anyways, not blaming the market, my mistake. Okay, breakdown. You guys can see this trend line. Okay, this trend line, resistance, and once it breaks, this ideally should act as a supporting zone. If it breaks that zone also, then any reversal opportunity, anything can be found. Okay, we will look into that. Here also breakdown has happened. We will see what range this is. It's close to 618 level. Market has corrected up to. Next area is this zone. Maybe 786 also is there, but this trend line resistance now acting as support. This zone and this zone will keep an eye, okay, on that. If it sustains above the zone, then we will look for any reversal opportunity. Another 1.5 minutes. Going lower than expected. Let me see. $1,11,100. 1,11,100. 11,100. Yes, I marked that. Everything too much of correction. Either at the upper level I should have entered bearish trade. That zone I should have captured. Now entering bearish trade, what will market go up to this zone? Difficult to judge at this point of time. Okay, 1,100. This one has so much movement. It was close to 380 points. If I have to give stop loss, then I have to give at least 470 points. Here it's respecting the support. Then here I will plan. I've taken a buy trade here and till at the lower end. This basically will be my last trade for the day, And for this trade, stop loss here, target, let's do 1.5, let's do 1.5, small, let's do 2 at least, right? See, market is continuously falling and I have taken opposite direction trade. Okay, so usually when I work on stop loss hunting, all those things, I take opposite direction trade itself. Now if you think this flow is too strong, market will go down, it will give a breakdown, things like that, means you don't enter. Okay, you avoid. I have taken this trade, this is going to be my last trade. I'm not going to take any trade after this. Any negative news affecting the market, all those things I have not checked. Let me see. Treasury cash balance, that is not as nothing important as of now. I'll stick to this risk reward. If market takes the stop loss also, I'm not going to take any other trade. I'm just going to close for the day. Okay. This breakdown, people will enter. Now it's inducing people to enter bearish trade. The stop loss is very close. That's the problem. The setup is still going on as it is. No change. Around $65 loss in this trade as of now. Here it's again near the buying zone. This also is a buying zone. When the buying zone and support zone both comes to the same area, that time little bit carefully only we have to think in trade. Thousand three. Inducement. Just 20 seconds. How it holds. This one candle enough if it closes above the stop loss. Next candle no problem if it opens little here also. Okay, where is the candle? Okay, this is my make or break candle. If it takes the stop loss, I will close. Well, consider this as the make or break candle because, like I said, this trend line previously it was acting as resistance. Once this breaks, this has to act as support. But when market breaks this zone also, some people might enter. This zone also is there as the support. But here, if people are taking entry, a little bit spike is expected. I don't know what market will do. Too much of downward flow it has made. So it's going to react, I don't know. Next time I have to take that into consideration. Exactly near this, took my SL. Done. More than this, I'm not going to take any trade today. I'm just going to close. I will accept my loss. The days when we accept the loss only, next day we can trade with a better mindset. So that's what I'm going to do. I'll accept my loss. Next setup when it is available, only then I will be looking into any trade. Only if I'm very much interested in the next trade I will take, that I will update in the group. If not, no trade for today. Okay. That is what my plan is at this point of time. Okay. All right, traders, my bad. I'll not blame the market. It's my mistake. I'll accept the loss and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Thanks for participating. I'll see you tomorrow.